Welcome back to Idaho Hook and Hunt. This is, again, Payet Lake. This is in May of 2023, so about 3 years ago. I am on Payette with my wife's uncle, Clint. That's the guy there in the camo jacket. And then my good friend, Juan, in the black sweatshirt. So this is middle of the spring, 2023. These fish that year they kind of varied in size. There were smaller and larger fish both in Payette. They tended to range from about 13 to 17 inches, so we catch a good variety on this trip as well. So we'll let you watch a little bit of fishing here. One other thing I'm going to discuss in this video is going to be scents. I have a subscriber that asked about scents and how to what scents to use when. So I'm going to discuss that a little bit in this video as well. So we'll get to the fishing for a few minutes and I'll get back with you. So this was actually Clint's very first kokanee right here. So there he is with his first kokanee, about a 14 inch kokanee probably. Now this video was a few years ago. This was before I started fishing snap weights. You can see I am running my planer boards in this video. And in conjunction with those planer boards, I am running Dipsy divers, which I know I've mentioned on this channel before. So I'm using Dipsy divers to get my lines down a little deeper. You can see a Dipsy diver right there on that line with Clint bringing in that fish there. So I'm using Dipsy divers in conjunction with my planer boards to get away from the boat and down at the same time. It does work well. I don't use the Dipsy divers any longer because I now use clip weights to do that. I find them a little more effective because I don't have that weight staying attached to my line as I bring that fish in. Yep. So I'm kind of amazed as we try to get this fish in the boat that we did not lose this fish. No offense to Uncle Clint here, he had never kokanee fished before, but this is not the best example. And really, it's both on Juan and Clint. This is not the best example in the world of how to net kokanee. So that reminds me, in an upcoming video at some point here, I will discuss how to net kokanee. Specifically in relation to my boat. It's a little different depending on what kind of a boat setup you have on how you want to get these fish in the net. But that is something that I will discuss on an upcoming video here. Any questions, of course, as is the case with all of my videos, please ask questions in the comments and I will address those subjects in future videos. Now, just a reminder also, I am pro staff for Kokobo Tackle. I will link Kokobo in the description, as well as Mama Hog rods and the discount code for those Mama Hog rods. Also, the Harris 3D printed inserts for the Dodger boxes, as well as Idaho rod and reel will be linked in the description as well. Now, as far as the discussion on scents, now, this is my opinion, but I think that scent is one of the least important factors when kokanee fishing. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's vital that you have a scent on your lure. Whether you use corn, whether you use maggots, whatever you want to use out there, I think you have to have something on that hook. Anytime that I lose my corn, if that lure stays out there for very long, I don't get the number of strikes on that lure that I would normally get. They can go hours without getting touched when there's nothing on them. However, the times that I've seen one flavor of corn surpass another have been very few, maybe even never. I have 6 different varieties of corn flavor that I carry. I do tend to go sweeter flavors like vanilla, anise, and shrimp flavor in the spring. That's kind of a rule of thumb that I've heard in the past, and so I do tend to do it. And then I do more bitter or stronger flavors as we get into the summer with the warmer weather. Your garlic, your bloody tuna, things of that sort. But I've used garlic, I've used tuna in the early spring, I've never noticed a difference. I've used vanilla, anise, shrimp later in the summer. Also, I've never noticed a difference. So if any of you have noticed a difference on flavor of corn making a big difference, please let me know. I would love to hear that, but it's something that I have at this point never really noticed. I think color and depth and speed come way before what scent of corn or maggots or whatever it is that you are using. I think it's vital that you have scent on your lure, but what flavor it is, I've not yet found that it makes much of a difference. So again, if you found something different, please let me know. And comment, let me know what you think on that.
Yep, this would be 11. Yeah. Hey, calm down. Don't get into the... he comes. Come on now. Oh,
Right there.
oh, you.
Thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next one.